Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. So what's good? What's good? We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. But let's start with today's poll question. Today's poll question on the Sunday Roundup is, what was the biggest news for you over the past week? Was it the She stablecoin announcement, Gensler getting grilled, in Congress, Bitcoin ETF options approval, other? If it's other, hit me up in the comments. Oh man, I'm gonna have to rethink the Sunday Roundup during football season. I'm literally in the fourth quarter of the New York Jets playing, and I'm missing it. Not that I'm into football this year. I just got into this particular game. Oh man, let's bring up some of the news, some of the key topics this week. Crypto exchange developments and regulations, institutional adoption, market improvements, altcoin and market volatility, security and infrastructure, a lot of hacks. Crypto and traditional finance convergence. So there's been a bit of stuff going on. So let's talk about that first one. Crypto exchange developments and regulations. So Binance introduces a pre-market platform for early token trading, right? Then you had Wazir X secures a 4-month moratorium, but they've got to tell the courts, the Singapore courts, where their wallets are or what the wallet addresses are, right? So they can monitor that. Yo, Mr. Big, what's up? And hello, Bianca. So what else do we have? U.S. authorities seized $800 million from a couple of Russian nationals running a allegedly running a major money laundering campaign using their own exchanges. We've got 3 votes already. Wow. And it's 1-1-1. So that's pretty interesting. Then we had the SEC settle with Mango Markets, Trust Token, and TrueCoin. That's actually a big deal. I want to see what happens with Mango Market. Supposedly they're supposed to shut down, MNGO, the coin. So that's supposed to go away. To me, that does not bode well for what's this guy, Roman Storm, who's going to be going to court. He's got to face the charges. He lost his battle to get the charges thrown out. And he's one of the founders of Tornado Cash. So that's going to be a problem. Lex Luthor, what's going on? Shalom. What else do we have? We've got Mark Cuban and Ripple's Stuart Alderodi, both saying Gensler needs to go. Mark Cuban took it a step further, and he literally called for Gensler to resign. Don't wait for next year, bruh. Resign now. That's what he's saying. Because if you stop and you think about it, what more harm can this guy do? What more harm can this guy do? Just everything's whimsical. Gensler admitted that he messed up over Debtbox. And I want you to think about this. I still have not heard if Debtbox had their attorney's fees reimbursed by the SEC for bringing a case that they later dropped. And then their chairman said, "Oh, it was a mistake." Like, really? That's a lot of woosahs. Bianca, you get me, right? That's a lot of woosahs. Then, now I already told you about Tornado Cash, so that's going to be a big problem. Then on the institutional adoption, Bitcoin ETF inflows over 365 million. They're not playing games. MicroStrategy's accumulation strategy of Bitcoin approaches $7 billion. $7 billion. Whew. What a problem to have. Like, really, what a problem to have. I think that's freaking awesome. Wait, can you guys? Oh, I looked at the wrong screen and I thought my sound wasn't on. I was about to lose my mind. What else do we have? CZ out of jail. Now, what's interesting about that is now that he's out of jail, Supposedly, he's not allowed to touch operations of Binance, but he owns 90%. Somebody's going to have to explain to me how they think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work at all. Binance Coin BNB has seen major surge in activity. We should be paying attention to that. That's a coin that actually moves. So to me, that's kind of a big deal. We should be paying attention to that. Gate.io expands its services for high net worth individuals and institutions. OTC transactions is what we were talking about, as well as easier on and on ramp of on and off ramp of fiat. That's what I really meant. Let's see, altcoin markets. You know what? Let me see if I can pull up the screen. Yeah, so Bitcoin, I'm telling you, the 200-day moving average, if you look at the Bitcoin chart and you add the 200-day moving average and then you add on the 20-day moving average, or 50, whichever one, you can see how the 200-day moving average is very much acting like support. Very, very much acting like support right now. So you can draw all the lines you want and you can see kind of where things are going. You can actually start to pay attention. And if you're doing a technical analysis, that's one of the things that you should do. Just saying. So, aside from all of this great news, and we have more news. For the class that I had for learning how to do your own research, right? Actual title, Grow My Bag, Learn How to Do Your Own Research. We have since created an audio version of it. We're working on the ebook version of it. Again, YouTube is pausing at 7 minutes. Like, what's up with that? That's really, really weird. Somebody please type something and let me know that you can still see me, please. Or if there's a disruption on your side. On my side, I see no problems. Perfect streaming, no ups, no downs, just going smoothly right now on my side. Bianca says, all coins have been doing nice lately. I knew when my trading view widget wasn't working that there must have been a lot of activity. Yeah. I actually didn't see any problems with trading view on my side, but yeah. Oh, ads are playing. I can't stop the ads. Frankly, that's kind of how I, get paid, So I can be mad or a little bit of mad. No, but it's pausing a long time. So it started at 7:10 and now we are at we're long beyond 7:10. So it's weird that I'm still spinning. Like I can't see my own show. I can see the chats, but I can't see my own show, which is what I can normally do. I can normally see what I'm doing. So it gives me a visual on whether or not, a certain screen is still up. Maybe I was showing you some numbers and I come back. Anyway, back to the good news. So we've recorded the audio book. We're in the process of copywriting that right now. We're working on the ebook version of it. Copyright happens for both the sound and the text. So we're working on that right now. The recordings for the ads equal GMB. What do you mean? Oh, so the class that we have, the self-paced class, the videos are recorded. I'm waiting for the upgrade to the platform so that we can launch everything at the same time. I might just release the audio book on Spotify and Spotify's distribution first, even before we finish the upgrades on our platform, only because it'll reach like just about every place important. So like Amazon's Audible, obviously Spotify, Apple. So it would be almost like everywhere. Don't say my ads. They're not my ads. They're not my ads. That's how they make their money. That's how I make my money. It's just amazing that the ad would hit so quickly though. So that's interesting to know. Sorry about that, guys. What else do we have? Looking at the market, we've been hovering between 65 and, mid 66 for a minute. For a minute. That ought to tell us something. And it's still September. Remember that. It's still September. Tomorrow is still September. Tuesday is October 1st. So it's interesting that we're already popping a little bit, in September. Bianca, thank you so much for watching the ads. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have to tell you guys, looking at the pre-recorded videos versus live videos, I don't even make half as much with the live videos. I don't make half as much. The bulk of the money comes in on the pre-recorded videos, which is strange to me. It's strange to me. It's almost as if, nobody afterward goes back and looks at the lives, once they've been recorded, which is weird and acting sort of like, oh, we don't play the videos after that. So I don't know. I've got to figure that one out, but no biggie. We'll get there step by step. Oh, we made 7,000 subscribers this week. Yes, we did. We made 7,000 subscribers somewhere between Friday night and Saturday morning. So thank you very, very much. The viewership is moving up. I really appreciate all of you spending your time with me. What else do we have? Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor saying, listen, banks should start getting used to the idea of giving loans based on Bitcoin portfolio or Bitcoin holdings. He's thinking, regular banks like JP Morgan and Citi, just like regular banks, not the high end, but the regular banks should start thinking about that. Because I told you, Lex Luthor, thank you very much for that. Bianca, thank you very much for that. Hard work, consistency, and loyalty and respect, right? I've got to respect you guys enough to keep doing what I'm doing and delivering what I'm supposed to deliver. Loyalty from you guys to actually have faith in me on what I'm doing. So that's a big deal to me. It's a very big deal. Only reason I haven't started shaving is that October is right around the corner and I'm taking out the percentage and let it ride. Yep. That's close to what I'm doing. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to let it go high, right? And when it starts to come down, I'll start shaving what my profits should be. I'm going to wait for a true sign of pullback, right? To me, that number is going to be above 5%. And I don't mind pulling on a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus percent drop, right? And the reason why is because might go back up, might continue back down. So I'll start pulling. When I get a feeling that the daggers are falling, I will yank everything. Straight up, I will yank everything. Trading wallets, holding wallets, I will yank everything. Wait for the daggers to hit. Excuse me, and then buy back in. That's what I would be doing. So that when you hit that low, right? Because everything's going to shoot up, but that which goes up must come down. When it comes down, I will have sold hopefully up here, and I'll be able to buy back in down here. So I'll be flipping from whatever coin I'm in, probably to a USDT, USDC, right? Staking, waiting for the daggers to finish falling, trying not to get cut, like my fingers where they are, and then wait. And I won't be buying back in like in, en masse. I'll be, let me take a nibble. Let me take a nibble. Let me take a nibble. It'll be, it'll probably be like over time, I will have put everything back in. But pay attention to the amount of coins that you're selling and then the amount of coins that you're buying. You see what I mean? And of course, I might take some fiat off the table just to go, do something special, right? Because the whole point is for you to, kind of enjoy your wins. The same way you have to lick your wounds after your losses, you should enjoy a little bit of your wins. At least that's what I'm going to do. So maybe take everybody out for dinner. Not you guys, my family. Take everybody out for dinner, but while we're on vacation. Something like that. I'm not going to try to blow my whole wad, on something frivolous, but this is why we work. Then take everything and buy back in so that when it goes up again, we're there. Do I expect to get to that point anytime at any point, this year, next year? Not really. Not enough for me to, from a trading perspective, sure, we'll have ups and downs. If you look at TradingView now and you turn on, like I said, the 20 or 50-day moving averages along with the 200-day moving averages, you'll see us going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. But it's in this kind of a pattern. So, you know what I mean? So you can play the ups and downs, but you're not going to make that much on the ups and downs. So pay attention if you're doing something like that. Is it cheaper to convert to stable coins via fiat, or is the only advantage staking? For me, I'm not trying to on ramp again. Think about what you would have to do. So if I dumped, right? If I sold and dumped immediately to cash, to fiat, and that puts me in a position where I'm 2 steps away from executing on anything. I've got to then on ramp my money again and then execute. I'm taking 2 hits. Whereas I can dump into a stable coin, right? Save that stable coin, stake on it anywhere from like 3 to 5, right? You stake on that. It's free money. I'm just letting mine go. I'm just going to let mine rock the same way I'm letting it rock now, and just be like, okay, cool. I'm going to wait. So why would I off ramp my money just to have to on ramp it again, pay the additional fee? There's the additional fee to on ramp, when I can leave it there in another coin, stake that coin, and then when I'm ready to act, I'm ready to move immediately in 1 step. Time is of the essence sometimes, and speed makes time, right? Hey, we want dinner. I'll send you a picture of what I'm eating. How's that? You can imagine what I'm eating. Actually, like I said, you have to treat yourself, or else you forget why you're doing something. And for me as a parent, over dinner, I can talk business, how we got there, what we did to get there, That's a business meeting, and the whole trip becomes a write-off. Just saying, just putting it out there for you. Rick Ritchie, my dog, what's up, killer? What's up? After the show over, I'll pull it into she, then buy back during the bear market. See what I mean? But she has to have staking attached to it. And I don't know if I'm going to put it. So here are a couple of coins that I'm thinking about, stable coins that I'm thinking about. By that time, I'm thinking RLUSD will be out. I'm pretty sure they will have staking. I want to maximize, I want to see how much staking they're going to have. So there's that one. There's obviously USDC, USDT, she or shy or she. I don't think it'll be shit, right? It's too close to the other word. Then there's that one. I just want to know. I just want to see what the staking is going to be like. And here's a reason why I would use USDT. I would use USDT because it has the most pairs around the world. Hands down, the most pairs around the world. So there's that. Right. So I think when they launch she, it'll have staking like from jump. But yeah, I'm thinking about RLUSD. I'm thinking about all that kind of stuff. So what are the coins that I would have it paired with, and where? So, oh yeah, no, not SHIB. She, the stable coin that the SHIB army is going to come out with. But like I said, USDT gets me there faster. And a lot of deals, a lot of airdrops, a lot of things that you can do, a lot of offers that happen with, with like USDT, right? So it depends on how much I'm going to get with staking. That's what it really depends on, is how much am I going to get back on staking. 5 votes, 40% on She stablecoin news. Then Gensler, Bitcoin, other are equal 2020. If you wrote other, I want to know what the other is. I want to know what the other is. Institutional adoption shooting up like nuts, like gangbusters. Again, back to CZ being released. I really want to know what his effect is going to be over at Binance. What that leadership is going to be. Is he going to be sitting poolside or at the beach, and then he makes a phone call because he sees something that's going on and he's kind of like, yeah, I think we should do this. Current CEO says, yes, boss. Could be any one of those things. So I'm definitely interested in finding out about that. Then you had Bit Wallets, OmniConnect, SDK, bridging the gap. Bridging the gap between things. I love when I get spam and they call me the wrong name. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. It's even better when it's when it's a real company sending me email and they get the name wrong. Oof. I immediately send back an email saying somebody should be fired for getting my name wrong, considering my email address has my name in it. It's like dumb as dirt sometimes with these people. Let's see. Bedrock Protocol got hit with a $2 million loss. Immunify's report says that the crypto market lost about $412 million in Q3 of 2024. However, regular finance lost more. Can you back up to my question? Can you just ask it again? Is it cheaper to convert to stable coins? Is that the question that you're asking about? Is it cheaper to convert to stable coins? Don't ask me to scroll. It's not as easy as you think. Oh, there it is. You once said liquid staking is better. Can you explain? Because you still have access to your funds. You still have quick access to your funds. That's why. You're earmarking your funds for use, but you have quick access to your funds, liquid staking. So that's why I kind of like it. It's the only difference. If you trust the sources and things like that, that's one of the reasons why I tell you guys you got to do your own research, because people get hacked. Projects get hacked. I need to know that, where I'm staking, it's going to be, they've got security on the mind. And that's like the first thing they're thinking of. Because all these hacks, I just turn around and just go, Lord, that's just too many freaking hacks. Which tells me that, you might not have done as much security infrastructure development that you should have. Unfortunate, but, that happens. Mr. Big, does that answer your question? Took me a minute because remember I have to scroll. It's on, it's not as easy as you guys think. It doesn't like pop up. The only time it pops up is if you actually pay for it to pop up. That's the only time it pops up. So that means I'm probably never going to scroll. If it's not right there on the screen, I'm going to ask you to either pop it up or ask it again, and maybe I can catch it. I'm actually looking at a few screens right now. Not that I don't want to answer the questions. You guys come up. That's what I've noticed. That's what I've noticed. You guys come up with like the best questions. And I'm not playing. I mean like the best questions, like practical questions, not like dumb questions like, so what time is it outside? What? Yeah. Like I listen to other channels and I pay attention to stuff and I'm just like, wow, and the comments. I mean, I know we go off on tangents and we just have fun and we're joking around, but I've yet to actually pick out somebody and just be like, oh God, this person's chatting again. Oh, I've never had to do that. I mean, obviously you get scammers sometimes. But I don't get that. I get scammers. I don't know if you guys sometimes see, oh, hey, that was great content. Something that's off topic. I have a wallet, and then they give you the phrases, the keys to get into the wallet. Don't ever follow those. Don't ever do those. I think the wallet that they're talking about is SafePal. Don't do it. Don't do it. If there's ever anything that will get me to completely disrespect a project, it will be if that project if that project's name is used in, scams or phishing emails, stuff like that, that points you back to their project to go do something. Now they might not have had anything to do with it, but that's going to make me stay away, right? And why is that? It's because somebody figured out a way on how to use your platform to get people to do something they should not be doing. So that's why. Happy Sunday, Paula. Happy Sunday. Welcome back. Did I miss any questions? How was the food in jail, CZ? That's not the interview question that I would give, and you know it. I honestly, because he had nothing but time on his hands, right? And you're talking about one of the world's richest people sitting in jail, it's worth like 80, 90 billion dollars, sitting in jail, having nothing else to do but think, read, watch, pay attention, monitor. I want to know what's going through his mind right now. Besides getting out of jail and having a good burger. Seriously, I want to know what's going through his mind from a business perspective, his next step perspective. He probably won't say what his next steps are. He probably will not discuss, what he will or will not be doing with Binance. But I want to know, what has he been paying attention to while he was in jail? I want to know, getting out of jail, if, how would he go about making money if he had to start over again? Not how you made your money, but from right here, how would you make your money? Right? You don't waste time with somebody like that asking silly questions. You ask time, you get that person to answer questions that are unique to them, but not about something you can go research. Right? That's not what I want. That's absolutely not what I want. The K9 Finance Liquid Staking platform is scheduled to launch on Shibarium Net tomorrow at noon. K9 is their thing. I need to know, like, have they thought about security? So I would let that rock for a minute. Like, for me, it's sort of like Windows. Back in the day, the rule was never install an even numbered service pack. Never start with the even numbered service pack. So it's almost like you don't want to install Windows, that new version. Back in the day, you didn't want to install Windows until Service Pack 1 was out. Because Service Pack 1 addressed all of the problems that they knew already existed in the application. So wait for Service Pack 1. So on a test machine, you could install it and you could play with it, but that's a test machine. It's not your real machine. You're not going to install it on your real machine until Service Pack 1 came out. That was the rule. So yeah, I'm going to let that ride for a bit. I'm going to let it rock. Unless staking is that ridiculous, right? I might dip a toe in, dip a toe. Why not? Right? Why not? But I'm not gonna put in the way I would put in for USDT, USDC, even DAI. I'm not gonna touch it until I know that they've got some security in place. But Rick Ritchie, thank you for that information. That's very big information. That's very big information. What else happened? Oof, Lordy. Yeah, so that news about XRP and Swift, that proposal that was actually put out by Swift. Nobody has actually confirmed that they're in discussions. Nobody's confirmed that, but it was an idea that was put out there by Swift. That would be interesting. Won't be. US is cutting rates, man. I don't know what you mean won't be. You've got to give me the whole thing that you're talking about. Because remember, everything scrolls, so you need to give me the whole thought back into the sentence so I can follow it. Because I'm not going to sit here and scroll to figure out, okay, what was that thread? Because I'm talking to different, you have to remember, I'm having conversations with everybody. And so my brain is going like this. So I need that whole thing right there. It makes it a lot easier for me to respond. But yes, they are going to be cutting rates. The rumor on the street was that there were going to be like 10 rate cuts. I don't know that they're going to be 10 rate cuts, but I know that there are going to be more rate cuts. Are they all going to be 25 basis points? I mean, 50 basis points? Absolutely not. They're most likely, continue with 25, which is fine. That's fine by me. But if they're 25, we already had 50. That means you're looking for 1.5 more, right? So do the math. What's 1.5 more? Six more cuts. No, my bad. 8 more cuts, right? That kind of makes sense. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But staking, not stacking. You mean staking. Staking won't be interesting. We're not talking about staking during a bull market. But that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about staking. Just making sure I didn't mute. We're talking about staking after the bull market. So when I start to see things coming down, that's when I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm selling, I'm dumping, right? Because what dumps first? All the altcoins. They dump the hardest. So I will be dumping that in a heart, like boom, not a problem. I won't even waste any time. I'll be like, drop the whole wad, please. Move it over to USDT, USDC, real USD, maybe SHI, depends. But I don't care. I'm going to be dumping to a stable coin. And people are probably wondering, why would you dump to, what's the difference between USDT, USDC? USDC is backed one to one by US dollar, whereas USDT is algorithmic. So I'll be looking for stable coins with those differences. USDT gives me the availability to buy in whenever I want, right? So partially because of who has the most pairings, who has the highest staking, that's where I'm going to be moving my money, right? Not a problem. And I'll wait. I'll wait for it to drop like a hot rock. I'll wait for it to drop. Because where's the next point? On the way down, where's the next point that I'm going to buy in? Maybe 50%. I will buy after it's dropped that 50%. That's when I start thinking about buying in. Because at that point, I don't mind buying in on the way down a little bit. Rick, K9 is open now for bone staking. Yeah. But we're talking about SHI. I think we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens. So staking will be quite interesting when things start to go down. As well as staking will still be interesting when things are on the way up. Depends on the coin that you have. So look at Cardano. I'm not selling Cardano anytime soon, so I'm staking it now. So on the way up, yeah, I'm staking. I'm enjoying that. Where is it? It's at 40 cents right now. So I've bought lower, and every time I bought, just all right, I'm gonna stake that. All right, I'm gonna stake that. All right, I'm gonna stake that. Wherever I can stake, I'm going to stake. So long as I trust, the staking mechanism. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get that money. I'm gonna get that money for sure. But even after, that's staking on the way up with the coins that I'm holding, those that I can stake with. But on the way down, I'll be dumping into stable coins that I can also stake with. Diversity in stable coins will be best move. That's what I think. And it's because what am I looking at? I'm looking at the ability to say I can move fast and move broad with USDT. My staking percentage might be higher with USDC. And my two outliers would be real USD and SHI. Those are the two that I'm just like, might as well. We'll see what they have, and we'll try it out. That would be my interest. So yeah, but put my money into a bank. I'm all right with that. I'll cash out a little bit and put some into a bank to pay my monthly bills. That's about it. I'm not playing with that. Cabal Capital, what's up, dog? So we do have a lot of stuff going on. I mean, the audio book for learning how to do your own research, the ebook for learning how to do your own research. That one will not be in print. That one will be an ebook. So we'll have the ebook, the audiobook for doing your own research, because I think that book is going to be. It's a very heavy hitting book. You can listen to the book, within little over an hour, very little over an hour. The class for the book is very much beyond that. I could take a deeper dive into each one of those topics, like big, right? Very big. So the book, even though it's small, is very heavy hitting, very heavy hitting. But we get into points that, so if you look at the four stages of press releases from a business, we can take a deeper dive into that. When you're trying to spot FUD, we could take a deeper dive into that, figuring out the pearls, figuring out, similar strands or connected strands. We could do that. There's a lot more that I could dig into, but I wanted the book to be like a reference manual, something that you could use as a refresher every so often. To answer your question, it'll be $9.99. Is that helpful? We want to know how much. Spill it. Being threatened from all over the world these days. Lordy, gosh. Tell me the numbers. Tell me the numbers. But yeah, I think diversity in the stablecoin that you choose is going to be a big deal. I'm going to have the bulk of my assets in a stablecoin that will enable me to move fast. Like move real fast, right? There could be a couple of coins. I mean, there are a few. So at that point, when we're down, we're no, because it's 67 minutes. You can't charge $3 a minute. People would hang me, Lordy. How many books will be issued? Not sure what you mean, sir. Oh my God, get out of here. Um, you made me lose my train of thought. It was something somebody was talking about. Oh, diversity of stablecoins. I think RLUSD is going to be doing things. But my main point is going to be when all of that happens, I will be taking a far deeper dive into reevaluating all of the current slots that I have. So which ones are automatically going to be renewed? Bitcoin will be renewed. Ether will be renewed. Chainlink will be renewed, definitely. Cardano will be renewed. And these are the ones that are off the top of my head. I don't know about everybody else. I do not know about everybody else. XRP, don't know. Solana, don't know. I know those coins will definitely be, returning into my wallet for the next bull run. The other ones, don't know. I know people are scratching their heads right now, thinking stacks and all the rest of them, on the list that we went through the other night. Everybody's thinking. I know people are scratching their head, going, you wouldn't guarantee Shiba Inu? No, I wouldn't. They don't have a guaranteed spot after this. Now, do I think the chances are high that it'll return? Yes. Is it guaranteed? No. Same for Ton and Solana. Same for XRP. Like I said, my only guarantees are going to be Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano. Those are going to be the only ones that I can guarantee. XRP is very close to a guarantee, but I want to see some more deals. I want to see some more deals behind that. I'm so looking forward to the bear as well. Just hope the future cycles will perform somewhat. Future cycles are going to be more compared to this one than any one in the past, because the ones in the past are going like this. This one's going like this. The next one will be like this. The next one will be like this. You're looking at the normalization of this marketplace. So after this one, what do we have? Maybe one or two cycles that'll mean anything. Then it's really going to be, you're going to have to know how to do your own research to find the right deals, to find the right movements. So if you're looking to bank on dollars, so one of the things I'm thinking about is, so you guys all know that I own a couple of businesses, and my son and I are thinking about doing a few things. When that happens, I won't just be looking at crypto. I won't just be reevaluating crypto. I'll be reevaluating everything: real estate, traditional finance, fintech, getting into a new business. I'll be looking for each one of those things. I had a couple of conversations with some local tradesmen, and I'm like, listen, how are you running your business? Right now, they're busy. Right now, they're busy. But when the market takes a downturn, are they going to be busy? And then it'll become a question of, well, how are you going to grow? A lot of these guys are like, yeah, I kind of don't want to have to worry about it. I still want to work, but I don't want to be in charge of the business anymore. That could be a business that we could buy, fold it into another company. That company grows. Find another one. That could be a business that we could buy, fold it into another company, grows. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at where else can we actually buy into things and make more money? Is there real estate that's going to be hurting because of a market downturn? Would we be able to snatch up a few buildings? So it's the review of everything. And I think the fear for me is, most people only think about crypto, 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 crypto. Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Diversify your investments is what I tell my kids, because, something could be going up, something could be going down at the same time. Knox Bill. Why do I know that name? Oh, because you've been around for a little bit, but I haven't seen you in a long time. But hello. So yeah, I mean, you guys don't hear. I mean, I try to talk to you guys about other things other than crypto. It's just that crypto is the lead right now, but real estate is another big deal for me. Buying into other companies, another big deal for me, depending on what those companies are. Anything where I'm going to be, so I'm interested in snatching up a few delis, right? Anything that's someplace where I'm going to make money off the breakfast. I'm going to make money off the lotto, the lotteries, things like that. That's where I'm going to be looking. That's where I'm going to be looking. Anything, recreational. I think about a liquor store. I think about, cannabis, because I know how to run those operations. So I think about that. I absolutely think about it. I think other people should, again, I teach my kids to take a broader view of your investments and try to figure it out. Either that or scarcity might actually set in. For what though? Again, you got to give me the whole idea about what you're talking about. I can't guess about what you're talking about because it might not be related to the topic that I was speaking on. So it helps me to understand what you mean if you give me the full idea in a sentence. But yeah, so when it's easy for people to talk to you about, the market going up. It's very easy for people to talk to you about that. Oh, Bitcoin this and Bitcoin that and blah, 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 blah. That's great. Everybody's a freaking rock star when the market's going up. Everybody's a rock star. I say it all the time. Me and my boy Elliot, we crack up about it all the time. Oh yeah, look at this rock star. Yeah, tell me, buy Bitcoin. Okay, because I didn't know that before. Thank you for that revelation. I appreciate you. Right? It's the ones that I can have a conversation with about what to look for when things start going awry. What are the risks? What are the telltale signs of something about to fall? What's my math telling me? What's TA telling me? Technical analysis. What are those things that are happening that's going to make me stop and go, oh, dang, need to pay attention to that, right? So you start thinking, because so I, like I just said, in a broad stroke, I said I'm going to sell everything, but in what order? What's the trigger, right? The pullback on SHIB was longer. It wasn't as steep as other coins, so I'm paying attention to that, to what's steep, and there are going to be trigger points, right? 5%, I start paying attention. 10%, I'm selling. At 10%, I'm selling. What happens if, Eddie, what happens if it makes a turn back up? Okay. I'll sell some more when it turns back up. Because technical analysis is probably going to tell me, oh, that's temporary. You don't, the same way we're going up, we're not going up in a straight line is the same way you're probably not going to go down in a straight line. You see how you can, go down and up and down and up and down and up and down. You see what I mean? So that's what I'm paying attention to. So yeah, it could go back up. I'll sell when it goes back up. I'll shave some more, and it'll come back down. Right? I'm going to be paying attention to that because at some point I'm just going to pull a trigger and just poof, all done. All done. Referring to what Rick said, we were looking at the normality of Bitcoin, not so much the market. The future market will dwarf Bitcoin. Don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I will agree with that. Remember, Bitcoin is scarce. Bitcoin is not like the other coins. So I don't know if I agree with that statement. I'd have to run some numbers. So far, I don't agree with it, but I'd have to run some numbers to see what the numbers actually tell me. But people say, well, the market will be bigger than Bitcoin. Well, that mass could wind up being bigger than Bitcoin, of course. That makes sense. But are they going to be used like Bitcoin? That very scarce coin? Probably not. That's what we're paying attention to. That's what I'm paying attention to. Right? So I don't know. Now, we could easily say that, real world assets and the tokenization of, thereof is going to be a way bigger market than crypto. But how are those real world assets moving? The value of real world, this is where I find it to be strange that somebody would actually even say that. The value of the real world assets, already outshine crypto. So I don't know what they're comparing to. It's not apples to apples. All you're saying is that I'm going to tokenize this and I will move it around via this blockchain or that blockchain or that blockchain, and those chains will make money based off the fees that happen when those assets change around. So now do you see the normalization of crypto? Now you know why I say the next bull run is going to be different than this bull run, the same way this bull run has been different versus the last three, or halving events, if you want to put it that way. Very different. Very different. So when people say, oh, the bull run, it's going to be, it's going to outshine Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be worth millions of dollars. Bitcoin is not going to be leveraged the way you leverage these other coins. It's going to be totally different. If I can mint a coin, that's not going to be the same as Bitcoin. The scarcity of Bitcoin, the popularity of Bitcoin, the different use cases for Bitcoin that don't exist for other coins. This is what we're talking about. Do you think the value of Bitcoin is going to go away, in the future? No, it's not. It's going to grow, especially based on how you're going to be using it. So those are the things that I sit back and I just kind of go, we have to kind of stop and think about that, folks. To stop and kind of think about that. Because when people say that, they're not really comparing apples to apples. They're more like, comparing apples to like kiwi. You know what I mean? Like, they're both almost round. They both have seeds. They can both be green. Not really the same. Not really the same. So I'm looking at it all and I'm just sitting back and I'm just going, yeah, it really is something to contemplate when you stop and think about it. So there's a lot for us to consider when we consider what we're going to do on the way up. If I'm stacking, not staking, if I'm stacking coins like Cardano, I buy Cardano, I buy Bitcoin, I buy certain coins on the regular, part of my dollar cost averaging strategy. Because I know I'm not selling anytime soon, I'm staking those coins and getting some extra interest. Why not collect free money with something you're not going to use anytime soon? That's on the way up. On the way down, remove my money from staking, right? And be ready to pull trigger on sales. Boom, 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 boom. That's what I'll be looking for. And that's when I tell you guys, you must know and evaluate your exits. The same way I tell you to know how you're going to get in, how you're going to enter, know how to exit. Your exit is going to be key because you want to know that on that exit, you're maximizing the amount of money on your return. So yeah, know your entries, know your exits, and evaluate both all the time. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, think about this. One of the cool things about this community is how many people saw SHIB coming out with something. Well, we knew at least one night before because Rick said something. Had we bought into SHIB at that moment, we'd be up, greater than 10% right now? Actually, no, way more. Way more. It went from like 12 to 20. It's at 19.57 now, but yeah, we'd have been like way up and still going in that amount of time. From that night to now. That's a really cool thing about this community. Like, I don't know if you guys realize, but because we share information, we all get the benefit of each other's strengths. And we all get the benefit of each other's strengths to bolster our weaknesses so that we can get less weak, become less weak in those areas and just get stronger. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Very different kind of community versus, other places that you can go. We're building, I don't know if you guys realize, but we really are building something totally different than every place else. Totally different. What are the tools I'm trying to give you? I'm trying to give you tools that you can understand what's going on the way up and what's going on the way down. Am I trying to tell you to buy into a specific coin? No, I tell you what I'm going to be doing. I tell you what my kids might be working on, but I don't tell you to get into anything. What I'm trying to get you to do is do your own research. Think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. That's the idea. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Always has been, always will be. So I try to get you guys to think about that knowledge. Gaining more knowledge. BTC is and will always be the conductor for the rest of the crypto market. Ooh, that's a lot to bite on right there. I don't know. Because it's used differently, and I can easily see how it actually moves away from the other coins and how the other coins can move away from the reliance and dominance of Bitcoin. As Bitcoin continues to move on its own track, becoming something else versus these coins that have different use cases, different just differences. So I don't know about that one. I'm up in the air on that one, like truly up in the air on that one. That's a bold statement. Bold statement. Like everybody back in the day, everybody used to think, oh, well, gold is the thing. Platinum has always been. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Depending on what you're looking on, there are a lot of other metals out there that pound for pound are, possibly going to be worth more than gold. What's in your catalytic converters that's making everybody steal everything? Something to think about. It is affecting nearly every coin instantly as if, yes, right now. Right now. But you've got to start thinking about, well, as everything starts to normalize, is Bitcoin going to be, still be compared to these? Maybe not. I could see that day coming. I could see that day as a reality. It's a different world, man. It's a different world. And so for me as an investor, I need to be able to have the answer for, if it's this, then that. If it's this, then that. See what I mean? I care about which one it's going to be, but I still need to have an answer for either direction. Bitcoin will be the Model T of crypto. That's highly possible. All right. Let me tell you from a technological perspective, from a technology perspective. Bitcoin can't be that in the future. In the future, at some point, Bitcoin is not going to be able to be that. A lot of people sitting there going, what? Now, somebody asked me, why, Eddie? Why are you saying that? Why are you spewing such nonsense, sir? Go ahead. Somebody please ask me. I won't answer unless somebody asks me. I'll just sit here and be quiet until somebody asks me. You guys are going to freak out when I finally tell you what it is and why I believe that. You will absolutely freak out. Just saying. Somebody should ask me, Eddie, why do you think that Bitcoin will not be the leader? So think about what Rick Ritchie just said. Bitcoin will be the Model T of crypto. Ask me why I agree with that. Somebody better ask me. Why the doubt? Even I know the answer. What do you think the answer is? Come on, Rick. What do you think the answer is? Because it's going to be good. I guarantee you it's going to be good. It could wind up being amazing, actually. My dog is going nuts. My daughter's playing with him. It's cute as hell. Yeah, my kids are almost grown. My youngest is 17. I look at my kids and I still see them as little kids. And no matter what they do, I just think they're adorable. All right, I'm just going to say it. Quantum computing is going to rock everybody's world. Now, put quantum computing with AI, and what the hell do you think is going to happen? It will rock everybody's world. Go do research on, can quantum computing break Bitcoin? At some point. Technology is going to rock everybody's world when it comes to this stuff. At some point, money's not going to matter. No time soon. No time soon. But when we start, exploring the stars, money's not going to matter. Money's not going to be a thing. Right? You used to have money. Money's not going to be a thing. In my humble opinion, I think that's the way it's going to rock. Anyway, everybody, it's been great spending my Sunday afternoon with you. I need to go check to see if the Jets have won or lost. There are some other games that I actually want to check out. I know the Chiefs are playing right now. Oh, dude, you're thinking quantum blockchain. I'm thinking way beyond that, bro. But you're on the right path. I agree with you. But imagine what you will be able to do when quantum computing hits and AI, just the constant, it's going to be insane. Remember how you bought the first retail computer when we were kids, and CPU speed, and it was always, oh, I gotta buy another one so I can get a better clock speed, better RAM speed, better this, better this, better this. You remember how fast everything used to change when quantum computing hits, and they give quantum computing to AI? It's going to be insane. Artificial intelligence will actually be artificial intelligence to the point where a human being would not be able to tell. Imagine robotics when it comes to that kind of thing. It's going to be absolutely insane. It'll be a brand new renaissance when quantum computing actually hits. Imagine if quantum computing got so big that it just gets into the hands of regular people. Crypto will be so damn different that it won't even be funny. The efficiencies of the various technologies that are out there, things will be incredibly different. So just saying. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I really hope that you enjoy what I do. I hope you keep coming back. If you do like what I do and you just joined, please become a member. We're doing a lot. Soon to come out. We got more coming. But even more importantly, subscribe. Hit the like button and definitely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. Everybody, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one, and thank you